Welcome to Classic Game Room, where I've got the review of a controller which belongs in a museum, not because it's old, but because it's artistic and stylish. It's the Cyber Gadget Fancy Green PlayStation 2 controller. It's pretentious. From Cyber Gadget, this controller doesn't think it's better than you, it knows it's better than you, and most other controllers, because it's super cool. Designed by aliens, produced by robots, the Cyber Gadget Fancy Green controller for the PlayStation 2 is for those of you who like form and function. If you're the discerning individual who demands the very best of everything, you should pick one of these up because it's really nice. Our friend Felicity from Worcestershire, England sent an entire box of PlayStation 2 controllers to the show, and this one is my favorite. Not only does it look the best, but it also works really well too. It's the best of both worlds, if both worlds are Cybertron. For starters, it's super comfortable. Even though it may look like it's not, it is. Those smooth green things are like magic to your fingertips. We also get a stylish clear D-pad, which is nice, really cool thumbsticks, and buttons that work. Also, did you happen to catch the unique placement of the L2 and R2 buttons? Cyber Gadget is experimental. So it's a functional work of art that feels expensive, but how's it perform? Let's find out. Here I am using the Cyber Gadget Fancy Green controller to play Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal on the PlayStation 2, where it feels like a fully functional, good controller. In fact, after a while, I just forgot what controller I was using until I would look down at my hands and realize, oh yeah, I'm using the fancy controller again. In a way, that's exactly what you want from a controller that does its job and doesn't call attention to itself until you're not using it. When you see it on the shelf or coffee table and realize you've got a badass controller. Just watch out, if you have some friends over to play games, this is the one they're going to want to use, leaving you stuck with your regular controllers, and they'll feel inadequate after you play games with this.
Yeah, these girls are not that smart. They just keep coming back for more.
I like this controller so much, I have to recommend it to you, although I have no idea where you get one. A quick search on eBay turned up none of them. Maybe it's a prototype, a secret prototype. I hope so, because that would make it even extra special, super cool. Maybe one will turn up eventually. As always, thank you to Felicity, and I highly recommend this Cyber Gadget PS2 controller that you'll probably never find. I wonder if there's any outtakes from this review. Oh, there are. It's like a unicorn of controllers, one that doesn't make a great hamburger, though. Wow. Sort of stretching it with that comment. Welcome back to Controller Week on Classic Game Room. I've got a controller here which looks like it belongs in a museum. Not because it's old, but because it looks like a piece of art. It's the most pretentious video game controller I've ever seen, and a very cool one. I already forgot the name of it. What's it called? Shit. Cyber Gadget.